another day. Well, oh, that's Christmas over with. Wait a minute. Oh no. Oh no. I slept through it all. God damn you. No. Hello and welcome back to Terrain by Aaron. My name is Aaron and I kit bash stuff out of old toys and model kits. I bought this Nerf gun that I broke the same day of unboxing, which is typical. That trigger bit won't reload, so instead of throwing it away, I thought I'd make a spaceship from it. But not with the parts you're seeing. I thought, why don't I use the parts that's actually inside this pew pew gun? And I say pew pew gun because that will annoy one of my viewers who sent a comment saying, am I 12 years old when I say pew pew? And I replied, correct. I think what some viewers fail to realise is this channel is about having fun. Let's not take it seriously, because how serious can a grown man be who takes apart toys to make things out of junk? It's 10 minutes and change of your life where you can kick back and escape the mundane world. Oh, and talking of mundane world, that's the piece that I'm going to use as my spaceship. And yes, I know that was a terrible segue into the next segment, but you know, after spending 30 minutes trying to write something on a piece of paper, that's the best I can come with. So that is what I'm going to use as my spaceship. It's kind of like an Ian McHugh sort of Ron Cobbish sort of design. So there's some gaps, some holes, but that could play to the advantage. As for this bad boy, I think that is going to be a future Fifth Element pew pew gun. You know, the ZF-1 weapon that Gary Oldman as Zorg displays? It could be a newer version of that. Anyway, let's get back to this other build, the spaceship that I'm going to be building. Now for the gaps, I'm going to use some of this cable tidy, chop it into little sections, and using my hot glue gun, stick them down into place. Why hot glue and not super glue? Good question, no one asked, but I'll answer it anyway. The hot glue will have a stronger bond to this kind of plastic, as I've worked with this stuff before. And believe me, it's an awful long way for that plastic, which is the black cable tie, to stick onto that orange reddish plastic. Don't ask me why, it's just easy with the hot glue. So once that's done, it's time to see if both parts will fit, as I didn't take into consideration the cable tidy could derail my idea. And let me just try and press that in, and well, there we go. Everything's fitted into place. Result. And I have to say, that's not a bad sort of little budget job really. Let me just get some of this rubbish off here. Anyway, let's move on. So what I'm doing now, I'm just having a little look-see to see what sort of stuff I can... Oh, that needs to be pushed down a little bit more. Will it? Yep, there we go. So there's gaps. There's lots of gaps. But that kind of gives it the aesthetic that, you know, is different to the kind of spaceships that I build. So obviously the one gap that needs filling first is the big hole in the top. And what I'm going to do is hot glue and use a ping pong ball just to slot straight into place. You know, you cannot make this up. This is what I love about kit bashing. You find things that are totally random that actually fit things, and I didn't have to make that hole any bigger. That ping pong ball just fit into place, and that could be the cockpit. No? Not convinced? Okay. Grill work, I think. Now the only thing that I can think of that will cover that is some 2mm plasticard. So I'm just going to glue that into place and chop obviously the edges down. I'm going to make sure that the plasticard has something strong to bond to, so I'm just going to sand the other bit of plastic down first. This helps with the bonding. I've just said that. I'm rambling on now, so let's continue. Now the reason why I've swapped from using hot glue to super glue is simply because I know this plastic card will stick to the Nerf Gun plastic. I'm going to chop some more little bits of plastic card down. This is to cover some of the other little gaps. And again, for the rest of the build, I'll just be using super glue. And if you see me using the spray, it's not a deodorant, it is the super glue activator or accelerator. It just makes the super glue dry quicker. For the thrusters, I'm going to use these two bottle lids, just sand them down and then stick them onto the back of the spaceship. While I trim this plastic card down, I'm putting names on screen of subscribers who leave comments. Keep them coming. Any ideas on future builds or tips are always welcome. For those of you who comment, they know I reply to all, and if you're new here and it's your first time, well, think about hitting that subscribe button. It helps the channel out immensely. And as you can see, I'm just adding some greeblies to this build. Sorry, where do I get my greeblies from? Let me explain. You see, I keep all my tiny parts from all the different model kits I've used over the last couple of years in tiny containers just for special occasions, like this one. When I know I have a specific greebly that will cover something I didn't know needed covering, that's when I bring out this sort of stuff. So my advice to you, if you're just starting this hobby, become a hoarder. No, I'm joking. I'm not joking. I am joking. I mean, I hoard stuff, but the stuff that I know that I'll need, I don't just hoard everything, like boxes and stuff and bits and pieces, and I borrow most of my stuff from the other half when she's not looking. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said that out aloud. Let's move back to the spaceship. So what I'm doing is I'm just adding little bits and pieces of model kits here and there, just to give it that sort of in keeping with what it was to start with, which wasn't a lot. There's nothing special about any of this, it's just me, as one of my comments years ago said, you're just basically sticking plastic onto plastic. Yeah, that is correct. This, what I'm holding in my hand now, is the inner of a wheel, which I thought if I turned it the other way around, it would look more like a jet engine. For the front, I'm just using odd bits and pieces of broken plastic model kits that I also have kept in my little containers. So that's no real rhyme and reason to that, I just wanted to try and bulk it out a little bit. And then this bit, I've got a gap here which I'm going to use that, which if it would focus you would be able to see is the seat for a 1/72 scale fighter plane. You see, once there's a lick of paint on these sort of stuff, the things that you think are one thing but become another thing. Does that make sense? Makes sense to me. I spotted a little number right there, number 1. So I'm just going to get a dab of super glue and then stick a greebly over that, and you'll never see that number again. There we go. Gone. The advantage of having greeblies is it hides the majority of your sins. Paint can do an awful lot as well. And talking of paint, it's code word time. If you want to leave a comment, put the code word in the comments so I know you got here before skipping to the glamour shots. And the code word for this week is Lost Mary. Once all my greeblies were done, I then started painting a grey, and then decided to paint it all black because the grey was letting the red show through. So skip the grey bit and let's just continue with painting the base colour black. So while I was doing the base coat, I was thinking, what sort of spaceship can it be? Then I thought, hang on, this could be some sort of Dune sort of dropship cruiser ship, probably a drop ship. So I'm going to keep the colours simple. I'm going to just do 3 colours, black, brown and a lighter brown, in keeping with what the sort of colours the Dune Spice Harvester and the other ships and the helicopter, whatever you call it, is. So I'm just going to do 2 colours and then it's on to the glamour shots. So let's call this my Dune inspired dropship. Thanks very much for stopping by. I appreciate all your support. Keep the comments coming. You know I answer to every single one of you. Next are the glamour shots, and all that's left for me to say is keep scratching that build, everybody. Thanks for watching.